Ready? Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome. It's the Millennial Stoner. I am the Millennial Stoner. Can't say that. Tried. I am the Millennial Stoner. Can't say my own title. That's great. We're off to a good start today. Off to a fucking great start. I am the Millennial Stoner. I'm Joe Winchell. This episode is sponsored by Pat's beer that he brought us, Blue Point. Check it out.
Imperial Sunshine.
Yeah, this is free ad, so no one gives a shit. They're not going to blur this out, but actually it's really fucking good. You should try it out. That's pretty much it as far as anything in the beginning. I just trailed off there, but I'm coming back on. Introduce my guest. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you, another Nassau comedian, guy that I've met recently. I've met most of these guys. I say that every fucking time. Let's be original for once. I've known Pat for a long fucking time. He's a Nassau comedian. He's got a fabulous red beard. Ladies and gentlemen, Pat Dunn.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Hey, man, thanks for coming on. Cheers, by the way. Thanks for bringing beers.
Hey, can't do a podcast sober.
You know, you can't. I realize.
I'm the boomer drunk.
You're the boomer drunk?
You're the millennial stoner. I'm the boomer drunk.
You're a boomer?
I guess. I don't know. I think we're the same. 35. What are we?
No, you're 35?
Yeah.
I'm 35.
All right, millennial.
That's millennial. You're not a boomer. That's like... I looked this up. I'm fascinated with that shit. So it's like, I looked up like the ranges that people like, the age range, like the decade you have to be born in order to be considered like greatest generation or whatever.
Okay.
And I was born in 87.
Same here.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, cool. When's your birthday?
May 21st.
Oh, fuck. Did we become best friends?
Same as Chris Benoit.
Oh, it's fucked up. Cheers. Google Chris Benoit. Anyway.
Guys, take care of your wife and kid.
Yeah, take care of your wife and kids. Oh, man, I'm getting canceled. This is it. This is the canceled moment. This is good. So you're in comedy. I met you in comedy. How long have you been doing comedy?
About a year and a half.
Year and a half.
Year and a half.
So what made you take the leap into comedy? Like, were you always a fan? Was it something that you're always afraid of?
Always a fan, and then a few of my friends started to get into it. So I'd come to open mics, watch them, support them.
Oh, so you would pop down. Okay.
Yeah, and then eventually one of my friends did a birthday show, and he's like, hey, man, if you want to come on, I'll give you a guest spot. I was like, all right, that seems cool. So I wrote like 7 minutes of jokes. It went okay for a first-timer. But,
that's what everybody always says. It was fine.
Yeah, I didn't
That means it went, like, well enough.
It didn't bomb, but like I have really bad anxiety. So right beforehand, he's like, yo, are you ready? I was like, I'm good. Comedian goes on. He's like, all right.
And you're screaming inside.
Are you're still good though? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. He's like, all right, I'm gonna bring you up. Hold on, did you write jokes or are you just gonna do Norm Macdonald's for 7 minutes? I'm like, no, I wrote out jokes. He's like, okay, I wasn't sure. I thought you would just. It's like, yeah, I'm not gonna do Norm Macdonald jokes.
A lot of people do that.
Yeah, I know. I see it at open mics
you're
quite
in
often.
It now, you were just like, you're amazing how many times I'm like, that's a Mitch Hedberg joke.
Oh yeah.
That's like not like, oh, that's like a take on a Mitch Hedberg or like, all right, I get it. It's like, no, that's a Mitch Hedberg joke. It's not like you're even trying to hide it.
Yeah.
It's weird. People always are like, oh yeah, you're supposed to emulate a comedian. I'm like, not their fucking material.
You don't have to sound just like Dave Attell. Like
no, but you can't do his jokes either. Like, it's like ridiculous. Okay, so friend basically kind of nudged you into it a little bit, but you're also like around a little bit. So it was like the itch. Was it something then, like when you were alone, you were like, I'm gonna try this one day, like.
Yeah, in my like friend groups, I'm always the funny guy because with this physique, you have to be the something guy.
Yeah, I'm tall, lanky. That's the other qualifications, by the way. People always
say
tall,
lanky, short, fat.
That's what it is. No, you have to be weirdly proportioned. That's it.
Yep. You have to have depression or anxiety or both.
Yeah, and if you're handsome, you have to be Italian. Oh, that's it. There's no handsome Irish comedians except for Mick Thomas.
Good point.
I love Mick. But that's so. All right. So you were the funny friend and everything like that. First, like year in, how did you like after that? I always feel like there's a moment right after like you go up for the first time, where I always tell people it's like, oh, they want to go up. I always tell people, go up. You should absolutely go up. Try this for the first time, because if you really are going to do it, you'll come back the next night.
Right.
That's why, like, what next week, whatever. The next time there's a mic, or at least that mic, if you come back to it again, that means you're probably going to keep doing this for a while.
So the first show I was on, it was January 2020. So I'm like, all right, did my first one. Let me get back into it, and then COVID.
So you took some time. Oh, right.
Missed the boat. So
that's right. The plague.
Yeah. It might still be going on. I'm not too sure. But,
it's never really gone. That's what I learned. It's just there. It's just society's just COVID America now.
And I think the next time I did an open mic was probably September or October 2020. And I would do it like, I would go to 2 on Wednesdays. So I'd go to the early one, get blackout drunk, because with the anxiety, I can't go on in front of people. Like, I would get drunk.
Yeah.
And I was told this, like, a few months into it, like, you know, like, as you're telling your jokes, your eyes are shut. I was like, oh, yeah? It's like, yeah. I didn't know I was doing that.
Because you always had a pretty cool attitude when I would see you. Because I saw you at, like, Jackson shit like that and everything. And One-Eyed Jack's, shout out One-Eyed Jackson.
Good bar.
Wanta, right?
Bethpage.
Bethpage.
But pretty much Wanta.
Right.
It's like in that
It's
area.
on the border right there. Bethpage, great open mic. Anybody who listens to this and wants to know of a good open mic, check out One-Eyed Jack's Facebook page. They put on there and everything.
Mondays and Wednesdays.
Mondays and Wednesdays.
Yep.
It used to be every day.
I used to host Friday.
Yeah.
And then they did Drag Queen Bingo. So my open mic got canceled for Drag Queen Bingo.
I thought you were going to say, so now I do that on Fridays.
Yeah.
I need the extra money.
I would have. I mean, they take care of you for hosting there.
What would your drag queen name be?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I don't know. Patty Dunny.
It's kind of like, I've learned that a drag queen name is kind of like a roller derby girl name. It's got to be some kind of double entendre or some shit like that. Like, you know.
Double penetration Pat Dunn.
So
Patricia
double penetration Patty.
Oh, there, we found it.
I feel like you'd be Patty Porkin. Patty Porkins. Coming to the stage now, Patty Porkins.
I love it.
Fucking yakety sax plays. No, yakety yak. Yakety
Yeah.
sax is
Don't
the
talk
Benny
back.
Hill theme.
Yeah. Yakety yak. Don't
Oh
talk back.
man, that's all right. I think mine would be like, I don't know, Princess Needle Dick or some shit like that. I don't know. Like, I don't
That
know.
seems
what it would
fitting.
be.
Yeah.
That seems fitting.
Yeah, that works for you.
I don't know. I'm very tall. I mean, it was when I was doing extra work. I was going to be on that show Smash at one point. I just never followed through with the. I'd always get emails from the Grant Wilfley casting agency.
Okay.
And they would be like, and I was tall, so I fit like. Do you want to be a creature in Men in Black 3? I'm like, yes. And I was a fucking alien in Men in Black. So
Really?
I'm like, yeah, you're built weird.
Whoa.
Put all this strange alien stuff on, which is, I guess, fucking uplifting. I'm like, yeah, you have a weird shaped body. It only looks like it's from another planet.
I didn't know that. Are you
Yeah, I did
featured
that.
in the movie at all?
Yeah, I am. Yeah,
Oh,
I was on the cover of some website because they took a picture of me next to Rick Baker, the makeup guy. You know who Rick Baker is? I'm a big horror movie guy. For anybody wondering what we're talking about, just look up Rick Baker. He did the American Werewolf in London fucking effects. He's a makeup effects
that's right,
artist.
that's right.
He's,
I know
like,
you know that name.
The best.
Good movie.
Yeah, great movie. But like, yeah, I did. It was cool, you know. But it was basically like, hey, you're shaped weird. You want to be an alien? Like, cool. Yeah, I'll do that. And it was fun. You know, that's all I can do.
Yeah.
But I was supposed to be. There's a show called Smash, which is about drag queens, and they wanted like, you know, tall, fucking dudes to do it, and I was gonna do it and everything like that. I just, for some reason, it was like towards the end of me like stopping acting, so I just kind of didn't follow through on it.
Okay.
But the paycheck for like that I would have gotten from it would have been dope.
Yeah,
because
that would've
they
been
give
nice.
you like they would have given me like makeup buffs and everything. But I was gonna do it. I was I did theater. Like, I have no shame.
How long did you do theater for?
About 10 years.
Wow.
So I was like 18. Got really bitter towards the end.
Yeah.
I just any business runs you down.
Yeah.
You know, and it was a lot of, it wasn't even me getting stepped over for stuff. I just didn't like the products of a lot of stuff I was seeing and shit.
I mean, your theater shows in your comedy. You're very like animated.
Yeah.
Me, I'm like a pocket passer, and as a quarterback, I
like your
stand and
stuff.
don't move.
I
Thank
like
you.
your stuff, man.
I
Let's go back to, I'm sorry, we trailed off for a minute. So with your material and everything like that, what's your, how do you write? What, you don't have to like reveal any secrets, but I feel like there's a lot of comedians that will like write everything out. There's other comedians that say, well, I write one word and that's enough for me. Other comedians don't write shit. So I was just curious, you know?
I'll
what do you
think
work
of
on?
something funny and kind of like get it into a conversation with friends. But
Like a premise?
Yeah, I do it like organically.
Okay.
I hate when you're hanging out with like somebody and like, oh man, I was at the DMV today and you know how that is. All right, shut up. It's just, if I'm like telling a story or in a conversation, I'm like, this is funny. Might be something in there. I'll like jot it down and then I'll like dig through it. How do I make it a joke? Like, how do I get some taglines in here and a punchline? I have a lot of stories that I try at open mics or on shows. I'm like, not really doing well in an audience, but like in a party situation, good story.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the difference that some people learn. There's a couple of my friends, they'll be like, when I started, they'll be like, I got a joke. And then they tell you some 15-minute story, which in that 15 minutes when you're at a bar is great.
Yeah.
But you can't do that up there, you know what I mean? It's weird how it doesn't translate.
Right.
Because you're like, I don't understand. I was killing him and 5 people in the corner out back of the bar the other night. I don't understand what's not working with this room full. But because the focal point is on you on more of a I guess a theatrical setting would be the best way to say it.
That's true.
The story has to flow better. You have to keep, people have paid money to hear you talk. They're not drunk at a bar listening to you because you happen to have said something funny and they're feeling froggy tonight and you're going to make a new friend, you know what I mean? Or the fucking skanky chick in the corner's looking at you weird and you're going to impress her with a cool story, you know what I mean?
Well, that was me.
Shout out Stacy. Anyway.
The girl who just left here when I got
Yeah, anyway. Where's my zipper? Anyway.
She was good looking.
Yeah.
Big Adam's apple on that girl, though.
Well, it's a dude.
Hey, good looking lady. That's the thing. Me and my guy friends, like, we'd be at the bar and we would tell like bar jokes, but it's kind of like
it's different though because it's different though because like again, it's the atmosphere, everything. People have paid money to hear you and everything like that. So you have to keep people's attention.
Yeah.
When you're telling a story at a bar, you already have people's attention. It's your friends. You know exactly how to get these fucking people's attention.
Our friends know we're funny.
Especially if you go to exactly.
Yeah, I need this 6-year-old lady to laugh at one of my jokes.
Yeah, you need the old broad in the back.
Yeah.
You know,
it's always a win for me. If I'm like bombing, I'm like nothing. She laughed. I'm fine.
If it's one person, you're onto something. That's what I learned. That's what people don't really like. Nobody laughed, and I'm like, one person laughed. Why did one person laugh?
This audience of 4, one of them did.
You know,
I'll take it.
So it's, and I find that it's weeding out, it's feeling out the audience and all that shit. You know what I mean? And that's the scary stuff. That's what people always said. The scariest thing's getting up there. I'm like, the scariest thing is going up there multiple times to me and being like, I hope that I rewrote it. I hope it works because you ever been so dead set on a premise like, no, this has legs. I know it does. Like, and it's an original, and you know because it's an original thought and everything. And every time you try it, you're like, I did this bit about kicking kids. I don't know if it was fully thought out, but I'm still fucking like, yeah. Dude, I would get faces when I would talk about it.
I don't know. People like kids.
I know. You know what the problem is? Every time I told that joke, a school shooting would happen. I'd be like, fuck, I didn't watch the news today. Shit. Fuck.
The most recent one, the one in Texas, that happened like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Oh, we talking about school shootings now? Sure, go ahead.
All right. Well, I mean, my buddy's working all day. Didn't listen to the news. Didn't know this happened.
Yeah.
Went to an open mic and told.
Oh no.
A story. He's like, I don't know why they all got uncomfortable. I was like,
oh, it just happened, bro.
Dude, like this happened like 4 hours ago. He's like, I honestly didn't know.
Yo, let me put it this way. Like, you've seen my joke, the Mortal Kombat joke, right?
Oh, great one. Yeah.
Thank you.
The sound effects are perfect on that. I
can't really do that for a while. And and I'm not saying like I tried to do it. I just didn't work. Like it wasn't like I'm like being like no because of this. That people won't laugh at it. I have to wait until it's funny again to do it. I'm not gonna like shelve it forever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for some time to pass and everything like that. But it's and you have to be conscious of that shit. I think like you can't just drive something into the ground. I mean like to be fair, the fucking really gifted ones will take it no matter what, turn into comedy. But I am not one of those people.
No,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just, I recognize that this isn't really working. I'm just hammering it down. People don't want to hear that right now. I'd rather make people laugh, especially in these times.
Yeah, I mean,
so I shelved it for a little bit.
When you're on a show, you're not there to be offensive to the crowd.
Not really. Not really. It kind of happens as a byproduct.
Sometimes
that's never the intention. You know what I mean? Because you're supposed to be there talking comedy. You're supposed to be there, which that's a very broad range, man. You're going to talk about different things besides just going out walking your dog. You're going to talk about eating something weird. You're going to talk about fucking something weird. Because that's the human experience, and that's what comedy is. That's why it's only offensive if people don't want to hear stuff about sex or don't want to hear stuff about that. But it's part of the human experience, and that's what comedy is. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Go ahead.
That is what comedy is. No.
I'm gonna shut up.
So, as a newer comic, like my advice, to, like the people out there. So I took a big break from doing shows, right? And then Wednesday night would be my drinking night. I'd go out, I'd hit mic 1 and then mic 2, and be like
real quick.
Drunk.
Would you pace yourself with the drinks? You're like, I'm gonna go to this mic. I'm gonna have 2 beers and a shot. Because I would do that early on, where I'd be like, I can get drunker if I do this.
So I've always been a big drinker.
Yeah,
so
no,
like
that's how you kind of met you that way.
Yeah,
we like shots together or something.
I can hold my own. I can get to the bar at 8 and I can stay till close. No throwing up, none of that. Like I do.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you got the steel horse mentality.
Yeah, but like with like weed, if I took one hit, done. That's it. I cannot handle weed. I don't know why. Anything else? Yeah.
I'll tell you probably why. Did you smoke a lot when you were a kid?
Yeah, I started when I was like 12, and then by the time I was like 20...
Oh, you stopped doing it?
No, yeah, like when you're a teenager, if you can get it, you'll smoke it.
Oh, yeah.
And then once you become like 18, 19, oh, I got a guy. Cool, we can smoke every day.
And then you figure out if you really want to smoke all the time or not,
Yeah.
really. I think, I mean, I'm sorry. I said, like, I'll tell you probably why. I don't fucking know, but I will say this. There's something to be said about when you get out of high school, I feel like there's certain people that keep smoking weed, certain people that stop smoking weed.
Yeah.
And then you don't, it really is, like, you don't smoke it for a while, and it's like a relaxant for some shit. I don't remember what the fuck it is. There's something about, I think it's like a gland thing or something. Like, it is, like and as you're supposed to smoke, if you smoke weed when you have, like, a headache, it's an anti-inflammatory. That's what it is.
Oh,
it's actually
all right.
an anti-inflammatory. So, like, anything that's swollen or they actually, like I don't know if it, certain parts of, like, it's like a gland thing. I don't know if it works if you have, like, a swollen foot or anything like that. But, like shit like that.
I don't know.
Like headaches, migraines, because that's swollen. That's like there's anti-inflammatory. That's what caffeine is. It's an anti-inflammatory. But for a lot of people, that's really intense.
Yeah.
You know, and I think because I have a bunch of friends like that. I have friends like exactly like you that can drink a keg. And if I gave them a one hitter,
I'm done. One hit,
I'd have to be like, we have to get him home.
Yeah.
You know?
Like,
so continue. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go
all
off.
good.
I go on tangents. Man. I'm sorry.
I watched the show. I'm a fan.
All right, you're aware that I fucking
great show.
cut people
Yeah,
off
yeah,
and
yeah.
answer my own questions? Cool.
So, like, a big drinker, the thing I would call is my Irish handcuffs. So when I would go to the bar, I would get a Guinness and a Bud.
Ooh.
So I would sip the Guinness and then drink the Bud. Get another. Yeah, it would be. I would always have two beers
got
in my
party
hand at
with
one
you.
time because I'm alky, but
dope.
yeah, it was pretty
All right,
solid.
not dope, but like hilarious that you did that.
Oh,
Like
I did-
that's what I will say. Not
And it got
dope.
to the point where, like,
I wouldn't
my
do that.
bartender knew I'd go to my bartender, wouldn't say a word, I'd be like, and she knew, like, he wants a Guinness, he wants a Bud. Cuff me. Let's go. Did that for years.
Your drinking stories, all this podcast. That's what it might just turn into.
And when I started comedy, I
Yeah.
switched out the Guinness for Jameson on the rocks because
Oh,
I needed
you do
I
drink
needed
Jameson.
to get drunk. So I'd be like Jameson on the rocks and a Bud or like a Stella. So I have something to sip on and something to drink.
Is the fear getting less?
Oh yeah,
You're getting used to it?
yeah. I really took
Because like, don't be drunk all the time up there. Like,
Yeah. No,
I don't
was-
want you to be.
I was doing I did a dry month last year.
Oh, you like
and-
dried out and shit?
Yeah,
How'd
I was
that
like-
go? I've been trying to. I should probably do that
Dude,
myself.
dropped 30 pounds.
I got to do it.
I put
I'm going on a cruise.
I put like 25 of it back on it immediately, but still, whatever.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Just because it's really just beer, right?
Yeah.
Yo, I this is how I know I'm not an alcoholic, but I just like I'll give it any I'll find an excuse to be like, nah, I have a little bit of a drink. Like it's like no, I'm gonna stop drinking beer for this
Like,
week.
even
Why? I'm
right
only
now,
drinking
it's-
vodka this
It's a
week.
Saturday afternoon in a thunderstorm outside, and
We don't know there's a thunderstorm still outside. The blinds are closed.
Ooh,
it could be like the world could end. We don't know. This is soundproofed as fuck. It'll be you, me, and Chris.
Armageddon out there.
Yeah, and then eventually, we have to fucking wander the fucking apocalypse, find people. If we don't find women, we gotta fuck each other. It's gonna be weird.
Time to drink. Yeah. If I'm getting fucked, I want Joe to.
Chris? Chris, are you enjoying the show? All right.
Chris just locked the door on his bedroom.
Yeah. This is my buddy. I love him. I would like to take this time to shout out Chris and thank you
Yeah, man.
for everything you do because I don't do it.
He does a lot.
Chris. Yeah, he does. He does
is
it
a-
all. He does everything.
Yeah, dude.
He does everything. I am a prop. So back to the sidetrack shit. I don't give a fuck.
What was your question?
Oh, no, I'm just asking about, I don't know, the biggest crouton you ever ate
Not big enough.
was this big. No, I don't know, fuck. No, my question was, I was talking about writing, and then you were talking about how you have to kind of drink a lot to get up there, and I was saying you're getting over that fear and everything.
So I was like, all right, let me do a dry month, but I still have to
Oh,
hit,
yeah, you dried out. That's
I
where it
still
was.
have to hit mics. So I was doing
Were you nervous? Like,
Oh,
were you
like-
jittery? That's the big question.
it was a lot of like really bad anxiety for the first 2 weeks. What got me like really the next level of hitting comedy, it's like, all right, instead of doing 2 mics a week, I have to do 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Once I was doing the 5 or 6, I noticed a pretty big improvement of like how the joke starts Monday to how it is Thursday.
I've eased off. I'm only doing like 2 nights right now, but when I was doing like 3 or 4,
Yeah.
like a couple months ago, I just got to get back in the grind. No excuse really, but like I came up with so much shit. I do. The problem with me is I'll burn myself out a little bit. So like I'll just go to the mics and be like, I have nothing, so I'm just saying gibberish up there.
Like, I get tired of
But
telling the same
I
jokes.
try to give, you know what I mean? Like it's still, I see the improvement. So you're absolutely right with like consistency, man. Right? Am I right?
Yeah. So my advice to like the newer comics: keep going to
You're
open
in half
mics.
in, man. Calm down. All right. I'm only 5 years in. I won't give advice. Like the only time I give the only piece of advice I ever gave, like honest, this is swear to God, because anytime some fucking open mic first time person comes up to the mic I'm at, or any time like someone will ask me, be like, "Oh, what'd you think of my act?" I just tell them, I'm like, you know, I'm only 5 years in. I don't know shit, man.
I had a comic who I've seen at like Governors numerous times. I saw them at an open mic. I don't really know this person, and they went on like, "Hey, can you pay attention and give me notes?" And I was like, "I've been doing this 2 months.
Yeah,
and you
right?
don't want. You don't want my note."
I've had people do the same to me, and I'm like, I don't like myself enough to take. You know what I mean? Like, that's a hump you get over too, because I think it learns you learn to be yourself through it and everything. You learn to like, it really is, because you have to be comfortable up there. And what is comedy except seeing a dude who, whether it's an act or not, it's still you up there.
Oh yeah, you
know?
have to be confident. Like going up there as a anxiety riddled mess, trying to tell jokes and make the crowd laugh. They're like they're more concerned about your well being there. Like
especially and it really is, and it's really figuring that shit out. I don't feel like I didn't feel like I learned how to write a joke until like the last year. And it was consistency. It was what you said. It was going to the mics all the time and all that shit. And it's like, I don't know, like, how do you feel about, like, do you feel like, as opposed to when you started to where you are now, when you write a joke, do you feel like, oh, there it is? Or is it still like how do you feel like your approach to writing jokes has changed?
So I took the stand-up university class through Brokerage.
Shout out Stand Up University, Brokerage Comedy Club. Online, you can get to it.
Yep.
Go to Governor's Comedy Club.
I'm an alumni. It was good. Like, it helped me with the structure of how to.
Who's it? Rich Walker that taught.
Rich
Walker's very funny.
And
Shout out
Dr.
Rich.
Peter Bales.
And Peter Bales. That's right.
Good guys.
And they they do like fundamental shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like there was a lot of things like doing open mics for so long. I'm like, I don't understand why this is not working. And then you kind of get a good structure. Like I personally didn't.
To be fair, that stand-up university stuff, a lot of those classes are new.
Yeah,
like a lot of that's only last couple of years.
Yeah.
So
I feel like they've been doing it for like 20 years.
But even that, I mean, think about what 20 years means. What's 20 years? 2010?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
God.
That's what I mean. You know, like the process is still like it was for a while. You just went to Mike. You just figured it out. And eventually you ran into somebody that would be like, you should try this. And then you just kind of figured it. So we should be very lucky that in the last 20 years, which let's be honest, it's not a fucking long time.
Right.
Especially, I mean, last 20 years, a lot of people, I mean, the guard has changed maybe once as far as who's the top dog in comedy. You know what I mean? So that's not a long time and everything.
True.
And the way that people have come up, it's a lot. I think I'm a fan of the frying pan. I will say, if I will say, I like just being thrown in there because I feel like there's something to be said about sinking or swimming. Mm-hmm. Because the problem is you can teach structure and fundamentals to certain people, but they still aren't funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You have to, I know you've mentioned this before, but like you have to do the grind. You have to be out there.
You have to do the work. You have to be consistent.
You have to be out there hitting these open mics at some shit dive bar.
Yeah, you have to go. Tom Crescenzo said this last time. He was like, you have to learn how to be
good
funny.
Guy, Tom Crescenzo, heck of a fella.
Fucking shout out. I had a great time on the episode. Got to have him back on. Probably got to have you and Tom as a threesome.
I talked to him.
Would be brutal.
I have a podcast idea, so I'll run it by you after this. I want me
do
and
it
Tom,
on the air. Content. Not. I keep staring at the
do you
camera.
like serial killers?
Yeah, I love serial
Weird
killers.
question.
I don't
still,
love serial killers.
I'm a big no.
I like true crime. Yes.
Yeah, after through quarantine, I just kind of listened to podcasts about true crime.
Yeah, it's
so
fun,
I got
right?
really big into it, and then I realized like once we're out of quarantine, you're hanging out with people. Like, that's not a thing you could talk about in public. Like, hey, want to hear about Jeffrey Dahmer? No, they don't. But
I do.
Okay.
You want to talk about Jeffrey Dahmer?
No, we'll save it for later. But I know.
We'll do 5 minutes. No, I'm serious. We'll do it because I want to get to this video that I want to show you in a minute. But I have some questions to ask you. So yeah, did you answer my question about how your writing process may have changed from now? I'm sorry.
I think at some point an answer was in there, but I don't know.
But you were saying that I'm sorry, I went back into it. You were saying how you took the comedy college class and everything, and that taught you structure. So
Yep.
you understand basic joke structure. See, I feel like I just figured that out the last year. I never took one of those.
That was
I wanted
the thing.
to.
I never I would do my punchline and then say words after. I'm like, damn it, I know it's funny. I don't know why it's not getting a laugh.
Because
but
it's a punch.
Punchline. Shush. That's it.
Sometimes it's like if the only thing I remember somebody told me tag, like you get the punchline and you get tag. So I'll be honest with you. I need to take one of those because I felt like I've just understand like structural stuff as far as joke writing, and I know there's more meat on the bone of certain shit that I have, and it's this thing where you haven't been completely plugged into the matrix yet. You got to take the right pill or the fuck, because you know what I mean.
Yeah.
When you're feeling it and you get it, it's just like even for that 2 minutes or whatever the fuck, you're just like, I am the one. I am Sam Kinison. I am George Carlin. You're everybody for just a second though, but you just feel it. You know what I mean? It's this thing, and it doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was also experimenting with all right, let me get super drunk. Whatever is funny in my head, I'll write it out. I'm like, all right, that's cool. But
sometimes that works for people.
Sometimes, yeah, but then others, I took mushrooms for the first time last year.
Ooh, that's cool. We do mushroom stores.
I only knew you hallucinate. I didn't know about the giggles.
Oh, I get the giggles.
So I brought me and my buddies went on a trip, and I brought my notebook with me, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to take shrooms.
So it was were you going to take them as a group?
Yeah, we took them as a group.
That's the best. Yeah, you have to set it up.
I was always hesitant on doing an hallucinogen.
Okay.
Is that the word? That's the word.
No, it's a hallucinogen.
But I was like, I need my best friends with me in case I have a bad trip. So I went with my best buds, and I brought my joke notebook, and I wrote out jokes while on shrooms because I didn't know the giggles were a thing. Anything I said, they're crying, they're laughing. Anything they said, I'm cracking up. I didn't know the giggles were a thing, and I looked the next day. I'm like, Joe's shirt is weird. I don't know. It made the four of them cry. I don't.
Yeah, because you're on shrooms.
Yeah, I didn't know that. The next day looking, I was like, this makes no sense, and it's not even funny.
I've just rewritten the lyrics to Freebird. Fuck.
This joke is 13 minutes long.
Yeah, you get real excited. I get that, I'll get real, if I get a little stoned, it kind of loosens me up. I put something on YouTube or something like that of some kind of subject matter. I've been trying to write jokes about aliens lately, so I'm watching a lot of alien stuff. You just vibe. I smoke a little bit, then I get too high. And then I write something that I'm like, I'll go on for sentences. And then I'll wake up the next morning and I'm like, what the fuck? This isn't funny. And then I'll try to read it. I'll be like, no, wait, maybe I'm just not hearing it how I heard it last night. Then I'll go to a mic and read it verbatim and everybody's like, what in the fuck was that? And I think Rob, I was thinking it was Rob White. Someone at a mic was like, I thought you were funny. And I'm like, fuck you.
Captain Rob White.
No, Captain Rob White wouldn't say that. Captain Rob White's amazing.
Nice guy.
It wasn't Rob. It was. I just remember being like, no, I think it was myself in the mirror in the bathroom. That's what it was. I was like, I thought you were funny. Like what are you doing? I did that with these wine jokes. I wrote jokes about wine. I got fucking drunk and high, and I was like, wine.
Why does my head hurt?
And then I went the next day, and I was just like, what the fuck does any of this mean? None of it worked. I ran through, and I was like, this sucks.
I love that. That's every day.
But then, you know what? I figured something out, so I went back the next week, and I was like, all right, it's a little better.
I have insomnia, so I'll be up until 3 or 4 in the morning. That's my prime time for writing jokes.
Really?
I'll write down at 4.
Do you work?
Yeah.
What do you do for a job?
I have a 9 to 5. I do car insurance.
That's not so bad. Do you work from home?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Working from home, amazing. I put on 50 pounds in the last year, so out there doing it. Instead of walking around all day, it's I'm going to sit at home in my boxers with my cat, and that's
I have a
my
cat.
day.
What's your cat's name?
I got 3. I got Max, I got Odie, I got Pig.
A little weird. End of episode. No. No, I got a bunch of cats. I have my cat, because my sister lives with us, but she's shacked up with this groovy new boyfriend that she's got. That's a golf pro who has they gave him a house.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how groovy is the new boyfriend?
Oh, he's not very groovy. He's very stern, but in a good way. He's cool. I like him.
All right.
I like him because her last couple of boyfriends kind of sucked and everything like that. So she was all nervous for me to meet this guy. And then he's not groovy, but he's like I'm like, it's you're not a bored man. I don't know. You're a good dude.
No, I think Phil is the one.
I only met him once too. I don't know what it is.
Oh yeah,
his name's not Phil. I'm not gonna say his name, but it's like a Phil type.
I just took a
but
guess.
it's a Phil type name. It's like a very simple. Like his name could be Fred. It's not Fred, but
his
it's
name
like
is Fred.
His name's not. His name's Fred McCracken. And I don't know. I went off on a tangent. I'm sorry.
Where the hell are we?
I don't know. Well, dude, only 30 minutes in. Fuck.
Yeah.
All right. We'll
like
sit in silence for the next 5. No.
All right. Hit me with questions.
No, I hit you with a bunch of questions. I just distracted you a bunch.
Yeah, that's also and the.
That's the beer.
So I wanted to come here with a few beers, and I didn't realize these were 10% alcohol by volume.
Oh,
so
God.
It's like 2 beers in one.
There's a little left in this.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is the DWI podcast. No, it's not.
Kids, get an Uber. Be
Be
responsible.
Be responsible. Drink with friends that you like to party with. Anyway, no, actually, yeah, drink with your friends you like to party with. Yeah. But so I covered the writing thing that you did the brokerage comedy class. What as far as like being in the scene and everything like that, like what's something that you kind of realized being in it? Like the big thing I like, just for an example of what I mean, like something I realized like when I was in it, like mainly this whole profession is mainly frauds and psychopaths.
Yes.
Like what was something that you realized that was like, oh, this is like, it was like important that you're like, I learned this because this is how it is. And like or experienced something firsthand.
I mean, like I have mental health issues. So being around all these people, I'm like, nobody's normal. No. Like it's
comforting in a way.
Yeah, dude. Like I've been doing this a year and a half, and I've made so many close friends. Like
so many deep friends. I agree.
Love these guys. Like
I mean, like ride or die friends.
Oh
like
yeah,
people that I'd be like, I'd go to the mattresses for you.
Mm-hmm. There's a younger comic. He's been doing it a while. I'm not going to say his name, but like
he sucks.
No, he's great. I love this kid. But he was up there and he said something and pissed off an audience member.
Yeah,
and I thought the guy was gonna.
You can shout out for the record. You can shout out a friend on here.
Dom LaMarca, love him.
Oh, Dom?
Love
Fuck
Dom.
that. I talk about Dom all the time on here. Dom LaMarca, you're one of the funniest motherfuckers. I love you to death. You're adorable.
So he said a joke at a bar and
shout out Dom. This is Dom's episode now.
I'm for that. He said something.
I just hit him up. He's going to be on the show soon. So
that'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Dom's very funny dude.
I know. I love him.
It's weird to like be 15 years older than somebody and like admire their craft.
I do. Like, I like his style.
Dom's fucking so like loose and funny and great.
He was telling Nickelodeon jokes. And I'm like, I pulled him aside and I'm like, I don't know what it, cause like I'm like, I'm not smart enough to figure out what your style is because I'm not giving you advice, but I just know that I like your demeanor and I like that you go up there and he has fucking nuts, man.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. And he just, he does like fearless. I love it. Sorry, I didn't mean to, but Don LaMarca, you were talking about, he was up there watching.
We were at an open mic and he said something and it rubbed some guy in the crowd the wrong way. And it wasn't even like super offensive or anything wrong, but the guy just wanted to
pick a fight.
And I was like, come on. Dom's a young kid. He doesn't know any better. Like you're probably like 40. Shut up, dude. And then I could feel it escalating. No, I'm not a big bar fighter anymore. I used to be. But
I used to be a badass. Not anymore though.
I got fat. Like
I was Brock Lesnar of the bar fights back in the day, bro. I used to go in there and swing chairs and.
But I felt this guy was like, he might rush the stage here, and
Do you think that was a real threat?
I felt it might happen, and the thing I would always do in bar fighting is. Everything in my pockets comes out of my pockets. Like, here's my cigarettes.
That's fighting in general.
Yeah, it's like wallet, phone, cigarettes, keys, whatever, and normally hand it to my girlfriend.
I do not fight, but I've seen guys like that. Like I've been in like an altercation.
Yeah,
you know, like 1 or 2 altercations, but for the most part, like anytime I've seen like my friends that really fight, when they do, you would have thought there was an ejection button because they would be able to grab everything at once out of their pockets and just go like. And it would fly, and people would just grab it like, I got your phone, bro. And they would always empty their pockets before they fucking fought somebody.
I've always done that. I don't know why, but
no, you're right. It's just a reaction.
It's happy to hear other people do that because you don't want to land and break your phone.
My cousin Nick has done it. I've seen him kick a man in the face. That was insane. Like it's all been like a thing. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
But like, pause.
We'll edit this whole part.
Can you put the Alex thing?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There's Alex Bradley.
Oh, I love Bradley.
There's another dude that I'm like, I'm going to be friends with you, man, because I'm going to be nice to you because you are going to somehow pop.
And I think he's newer too. And he's like,
Alex has only been doing it. He did it in college, but he's only been doing it a couple of years.
He's
like
very
so.
advanced for his time doing it.
But he's so different. He's advanced for the style that he does.
Yeah.
You know?
I do like that dry, like he has like the Stephen Wright, Mitch Hedberg type vibe, but he's not.
He's not. But yeah, he's not.
It's like that, but there's a twist on it. It's
yeah.
not just like because I've seen guys like we talked about before. Like there's guys I'm like, that's Mitch Hedberg, bro.
Yeah, you're just
like,
ripping somebody off.
Yeah.
You having fun?
Hmm?
Good. So I wasn't trying to cut you off or anything like
good.
that. I just get excited.
I know you get very excited.
All right, ready?
All right.
What was the last thing we said? Hey, we got new beers. That's what we'll start from. Sorry, we had something wrong, so there's a bit of a moment. We had to take it, everything like that. We're back here with Pat Dunn. Look at the camera. Smile, Pat.
Hey, how are you?
Having a great time. We're only 30 minutes. Oh, I have to start the thing. Shit. We're only like 30 minutes into the episode, so it's fine. But we were talking about writing. We were talking about, you were talking about shouting out Dom LaMarca.
Dom LaMarca, love him.
Yeah.
Great fella. Another
the guy was heckling him in the audience. Yeah.
So I figured, I don't know, like I took on this weird role in my head. I do a lot of like overthinking. Like I'm like, I'm 35. Like a lot of the guys we do the mics with, they're like, 23 to 26. I'm like, fuck it, I'll big brother these guys. Give them no advice.
Let them fail. That's what I say.
give them advice for life. I'm not going to give you advice in comedy.
I'm not good at life either, though. That's the problem.
Well,
I'm like, I don't know. I've paid for like 3 abortions. That's cool. But like, I mean, like, do that. That worked out for me because I don't have kids and I love it.
Perfect.
Sorry. That's why I can't. This is why I can't give life advice because all my shit is like, hey, don't have kids because if you want to do this, like. You either have to have a very understanding wife and, like, the ability to... Because I have friends with kids now, and, like, I don't know, man. There's people I know that do have kids and do comedy. I'm like, I don't know how the fuck you do it, I don't know
how
man.
they do that.
So that's why I can't give advice, because I'm like, I just say, like, certain things are impossible and do drugs.
Yeah. Like, my girlfriend's amazing with, like, the comedy stuff. She's always
I met your girlfriend.
Supportive.
She's super cool. Shout out. Your girlfriend's super dope.
I forget her name, but she's nice.
April.
Yeah. Who is it this week? No.
And she has a good sense of humor, so she will not get mad at me for that.
But it's hard to like balance. That's like, all right, it's date night. It's like I got booked on the show at some dive bar.
Is she understanding about it?
She's very understanding, very
That's
supportive.
important.
I run a lot of jokes through her, so she'll kind of like give me like the. As a woman, that's.
Do you
offensive.
think she has a good perspective? I'm not putting her on the spot
because before I was doing open mics, like. Us at home, it's like, all right, let me put on whatever Netflix special's on. So she heard more Norm Macdonald than anybody else.
I mean, I haven't watched his newest one that he did before he died. That was the secret one.
I'll say it on the podcast. I watched the Norm special and cried. I don't care.
I cried when I heard he died.
Yes.
I'll be honest with you. And you know what happened? I went home and watched Dirty Work.
Oh, my favorite.
The day I heard about it, I went home after work and I went and watched Dirty Work that night. And I pissed myself laughing, and at the end of the movie, I cried a little bit.
Every girl I've ever dated in my life, I've made them watch Dirty Work.
But I don't think
it's always been a staple of my life.
Every time some girl comes up to me, and they're always just like, "What?" It's like, "Are you crying? Are we crying over some dude comedian?" And I'm like, "You have never." I feel like the female.
You don't understand.
And then when Ruth Bader Ginsburg died, I went like, "Oh, what is it? She's just a judge." Oh, I'm getting canceled for that. Cut that out, Chris. No.
So the day Norm died, I have 3 things awful that happened on this day. So one of my buddies overdosed in the day.
Jesus Christ, man.
So
I'm so sorry. That's terrible. Terrible. So fucking terrible. I'm sorry.
Get the text. I'm like, so-and-so died. I'm like, oh, it's awful. And I was like, all right, to cheer myself up, I'll put on Norm. And then another friend texted me who did not know the friend who overdosed. He's like, dude, I'm so sorry. And I was like, oh, I didn't even know you knew him. I was like, no, about Norm. What? And I looked at my phone. I was like, oh, Norm just died.
Double. That hit you fucking harder?
I got 11 a.m. so-and-so died. I got like 2 or 3. Norm died. And then that night I started stand-up university. So for me, that's the day comedy died in my life.
I think you should, you sound a little fucked up, man. Good for you doing comedy.
It was, dude, that was rough. Like so when you start the stand-up university, it's like, all right, who are your influences? And everybody up there's like, I like Adam Sandler. I like Chris Farley.
Seriously, really?
Yeah.
And does anybody say, this is an honest question, does anybody say like something that surprised you? Like, I don't want to say like Lenny Bruce because I feel like that's queefy to say, but like, even though Lenny's Lenny, but like, did anybody say something like Ron White?
No.
I love Ron White. That's why I said
Yeah. I wasn't a fan. Like tater salad, I know of.
No, but that was him figuring it out.
But now it's,
like,
yeah.
dude, he's a monster now.
Now he is.
Monster.
Stop drinking. He went on to...
he's just shrooms and weed now.
That
he
other,
looks like Jesus.
That other hallucinogen.
Shrooms and weed.
Some other thing. I can't...
Ayahuasca.
There you go.
Yeah. Hey, no, I just booked.
Yeah.
I'm booking the resort that he mentioned. They have one in Savannah, Georgia. And I was talking to my friend who lives there, and shout out Jay. I'm going to go and do ayahuasca there. So there's going to be an episode where I'm going to make Chris follow me.
That'd be fun.
Because I want to have the camera on me the whole time where I'm just sitting there being like, the earth, we're in space. Yeah. Nothing makes sense.
But when I took this and like, all right, who are your comedy influences?
Yeah, like,
and I was like, really, my main guy's Norm. And I don't even want to do this now. Like
Oh, you were in a spot.
It was my first class for stand-up university.
Yeah, that's what I said. But I mean, like you were in, because you just said you didn't want to do this anymore. Yeah. So you were in you were in a spot mentally.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I meant.
Dude, I got texts from 2 ex-girlfriends. Like, I heard Norm died. I'm sorry.
Dude, you a secret cocksman? I feel like you slay ass. Anyway.
Size 13 shoe. But I drink.
I thought you said size 13 girls, and I was like, what? Like,
I don't even know girl size. I don't know.
I don't know what that means either. I tried to joke. I didn't.
But like,
moving on.
For your question, like a lot of the influences, a lot of the people there, it's like newer guys. Like, I like Louis. I like Bill Burr. And I was like,
Who doesn't?
Yeah, I was like, my guys are like Robert Schimmel.
That's not bad.
None of them knew who that was.
I know who Robert Schimmel is.
I take a lot from Schimmel. Schimmel doesn't.
You know Kyle Kinane?
I love Kyle Kinane.
I love Kyle Kinane too.
Whiskey Icarus.
Whiskey Icarus. He just
put out a new thing.
He did. I have to watch it.
Yeah, I'll probably watch that tonight.
He's got anything that makes me look like a sassy janitor. He's dressed in the fucking.
That's good.
I fucking listen to a lot of them where he goes, "Let me ask you this, fucking viewing public." He's great because he's got that off the wall, like the brand of his humor is like it's almost Hepburn-esque. Mm-hmm. But it's evolved in a way because it's not one-liners, but it's weird. There's a weirdness to what he does, and my buddy Lou turned me on to him. To be fair, like he was the one that first been like, you know, who Kyle Kinane is. I'm like, I don't, and he played it. And I'm like, this dude's fucking great. You know,
I don't know how I stumbled across him like years ago. I was like, this guy's amazing.
To be fair, he only really like you had to kind of like search for him at a certain point. Like it's fine. And I wasn't I was acting at the time. Like but he turned me on to it because he likes weird. Because like I love Louis and everything like that as well. Like Louis is one of those dudes that's so good at what he does.
Yeah.
You know, I just watched his new special, and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, he's still got it.
I don't think I've watched it.
Oh man, it's great, man. It is great. He won the one he won the Grammy for. Which I know some people are pissed for, but I'm like, watch the special and tell me it's not funny, and then we'll talk. Like, if you truly think it's not funny, that's fine. You know, I understand masturbating in front of girls, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it was a good fucking special. But he made it part of his act. He's just like, you know, my thing. You know how weird that is?
Yeah.
Room full of people, and then me.
I did watch this because
that was the last one. No, that was the last one. He did a new one since.
I haven't seen the new one.
It's funny, dude. Check it out.
I like it. Like,
everybody's gonna hate me.
He's so likable though. How could you?
Nah, I'm not likable. They're like he worships Satan. I do, but
like growing up, like my dad was never like a big comedy guy, but we would do like
my dad liked Rodney Dangerfield. That was his thing that he really liked.
My dad liked Bill Cosby.
Well, that's problematic now.
And Jeff Foxworthy. So
I listened to early Jeff Foxworthy as a kid. He was one of the guys that I definitely listened to
because stuff is good. The
Totally Committed, and there was like another one that he had. He had 2 albums out that I had, and one of them was called Totally Committed, and then the other one was a different one, but it was like a redneck woman lifting up a fucking barbell on the cover. It was funny.
I don't remember the cover, but like Sunday nights, my mom would have work, so we would kind of do like a dude's night. We watched The Simpsons at 8 o'clock. And then we'd listen to like Cosby or Foxworthy. And then I was like really into the two of them. And then later in life, I'm like, well, I can't really be into Cosby anymore. And then Foxworthy put out a Netflix special.
And I was like, man, it's bad.
Dude.
Is that, you know what? I'm not going to say it's bad because
it's bad.
Definitely,
it's low hanging fruit.
But there's definitely an audience for that.
Yeah.
So it's not like, all right. Because I've seen Jeff Foxworthy. Jeff Foxworthy has genuinely made me laugh. Mm-hmm. And I've always said this, I'm like, you might be a redneck thing, like if your grandmama has ammo on her list. Like there's some ones on there that are actually fucking hilarious that I'm like, you hear it and it's pretty funny. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, this was just like, Jeff, did you even try? Yeah. Fuck. I don't care about fucking run right rules out of the blue collar, Billinville's whatever, but run white was always the fucking best.
Here's your sign. What? Oh, God.
Ron, can you drive? I can drive. I can't get pulled over.
Yeah, out of the
he was
four
to me, he was one I always gravitate to because they, like you were saying, like tater salad. Like I liked tater salad, but I really liked like You Can't Fix Stupid.
Oh,
You Can't Fix Stupid was so good. And then like he's actually got a one that I haven't watched, and he talks about how he was like, he's the only dude that he's so good at it. He talked about, there was a great video, and there's one of his last specials where he talked about they were on he's friends with Dr. Phil, and Dr. Phil calls him up and he just goes like, hey man, you want to come party on the yacht? And I don't give a fuck who you are. Whoa. Your response to that question is, fuck yeah.
All right.
Dude, he went on, there's an episode of Kill Tony that he's on Kill Tony all the time. And there's an episode of Kill Tony where he goes on, there's like a 7-minute set. Murders at a Kill Tony crowd. It's crazy, man. Like those are the comedians that I see, and I'm like, how are you that fucking fearless? How are you that fucking fearless?
I don't want to like quote it because I don't want this to whatever. But like, did you see when they try to like cancel Tony?
Yeah.
He was.
You watch that video? It's completely ridiculous.
Dude, like the first time I saw it, and it's like not, and it's altered. I'm like, oh God, he shouldn't have said that. And then you watch it where you watch the first comic go on. Tony references a joke he said.
Yeah.
And they try to get him for that.
Yeah, they tried to fuck him.
Dude.
That's all. It's because Tony Hinchcliffe is a great insult comic.
Yes.
But he's like, they were trying to paint him as this racist piece of shit. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, there's just no evidence to support that. There's none. And like, it was manipulated. It was a manipulated story because, I don't know. I feel like I am of the Tim Dillon mindset. I feel like people try to destroy like regular comedy all the time because everybody's like, no, it has to be about alt comedy. And like, listen, I'm not like, I won't go to the Ari Shaffir route where I'll be like, fuck alt comedy.
Kobe Bryant sucks. God,
it was Kobe Bryant, Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Yeah, he goes all in on these.
But I love Ari. But like
the scary thing with Tony though is it was all against them, like racist towards Chinese.
But that's what I mean. But that's what I mean. They're trying to take. They hate mainstream. I will say, I think Ari's right. I think alt comedy wants alt comedy to be mainstream comedy, but they don't want comedy to be something like I do. Like Tim Dillon said this. He said, if comedy is that, then a lot of people who aren't funny get to be funny. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Because now you're changing what comedy means.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to me? Like, I feel like that's what they're trying to do with a lot of stuff and everything. I don't want to hear if you want to do a one-woman show or a one-man show or a one-person show or a one they, them, whatever the fuck. My pronouns are, what? But like, if you want to do, that's fine. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I don't care. Do that. It's your act. Do your act. I'm all about people who want to go out there and perform live. But I do feel like at the same time, people take advantage of it. It's like, no, comedy has to be this. It's like, no, comedy can be whatever the fuck it needs to be because it's comedy. But you can't sit there and say that it's only this. That's when you start hindering comedy.
I agree with you.
I'm sorry to go on a rant about that, but it bugs me.
What was the question?
Fuck off. I have a clip I want to show you.
All right, I'm for it.
I have some things. Chris, can you fucking bring this America's Got Talent clip up? Do you watch America's Got Talent at all, or have you watched it?
Well, I call it ATG.
What a queef. Anyway, I call it AGT as well. So I always watch when there's like comedians on, and there was a dude who was on. Just pause it, Chris, first.
Who's the panel on here? We got Howie. We got
No, pause it. There we go.
Simon Cowell.
Chris, is there a delay? Yeah. All right, that's fine. That's as long as I know that. So yeah, it's. Oh man. First, do you remember the original? Let's real quick. Yeah, we're gonna go over a little bit. I don't give a fuck.
Okay. Sharon Osbourne?
No, do you remember? Oh no, do you remember back in the day the original panel? Like the original panel.
I thought it was Sharon Osbourne.
No, it was Randy Jackson because AGT is just America's Got Talent.
Oh, Paula Abdul.
American Idol, I mean. Yeah, it was Paula Abdul, Simon Cowell, Randy Action Jackson.
That's a no for me, dog.
And it was just three. I think it was just the three, right? There's 4 now. You know,
who are the
this
other?
one is Simon Cowell, hanging strong, my boy Simon.
Mm-hmm. I see Howie in there.
Howie's in there. And Sophia
Vergara?
Was it Vergara, right?
Modern Family?
Yeah, Sofia Vergara. Hello, my name is Sofia Vergara. You know where the fuck is that is? I'm gonna get. Oh man, they're gonna. That was so bad. Chris, please cut that. Chris, the word.
Please keep that.
Listen,
That was
comedy is about taking swings.
Joe Winchell, the impressionist.
I am not. I don't do voices. I do 3 voices, kind of.
Sam Elliott's.
Thank you. I watched so many Sam Elliott movies. That's the only one. And then I can do a kind of Randy Savage.
Dan Soder, the best.
That's what I mean. And I'd be honest with you, I learned my Randy Savage impersonation from watching Dan Soder do it.
Who's your all-time favorite wrestler?
Ooh.
All time.
Like the dude there's 2.
Okay.
There's 3. No, there's
4.
There's 2.
Is it a staple?
No, it's Undertaker and Roddy Piper.
Ooh, that's good.
Undertaker was one of my grandfather's favorite wrestlers. This is not a sappy story. The first time I watched wrestling, he just loved wrestling. The dude met Bruno Sammartino.
Cool.
Back in the day, like, because he was a career Navy man. And that's back when you used to be able to just be, because they were big on, like, wartime heroes and everything. Mm-hmm. And that's back when you could just go into in the 60s, he would just go into an arena.
Yeah.
And he would just be like, you want to come backstage? And he'd be like, yeah. And Bruno would just meet people. So he's met Bruno Sammartino, he met Rocky Marciano and all that shit back in the day. Yeah. Big fight guy.
Yeah.
But I used to watch, he loved The Undertaker because he liked fucking cool, dark characters.
Man, like him coming out in Survivor Series 92, you watch the crowd of the kids. And
it's like Stone Cold Steve Austin, right? He always says kids were fucking scared.
Oh, they were horrified of him.
But I'm such a wrestling nerd, too. You a wrestling nerd?
I'm a wrestling nerd. Well, we're good. Well,
no.
We'll keep
it's fine.
We'll keep it short.
You can talk real quick.
I'll
it's
hit
fine.
You, I'll hit you with 2.
Don't hit me with any. Don't hit me back. Just hit me.
My cousin, I call him the bringer of death. So my uncle knew a guy who worked at Nassau Coliseum. So whenever there was a wrestling event at Nassau Coliseum, my cousin would get backstage.
Yeah.
And he got 8 autographs. Within 2 years, 7 out of 8 of them are dead. It was like Owen Hart. It was like Hawk. The only living person from this is Goldust.
Ooh, that's a good pick though, man. He's become like,
it's all on like separate pieces of paper. He got it all to sign, but within 2 or 3 years, all of them died except Goldust.
Wow. I remember like that was, you talk about normal. I remember when Roddy Piper died, I was like,
yeah.
God damn it.
It's also like the sad thing with him is like, most of the guys.
He was such a wrestler.
Most of the guys were roids, coke, pills, booze.
Not
Piper. Normal.
He was a drinker.
Yeah.
But he was, I mean, like, even like for the fair, as far as physique goes, in like the 80s and like the late 90s when he came back, he had he had a tough guy physique, you know what I mean? That's why he looked so good against Hogan. He wasn't huge, but he looked like he could kick somebody's ass.
He had like the dad bod before all the dads got fat.
Yeah, it was like in shape dad bod.
In shape dad.
Not a 6-pack.
Little gut.
He had the man tit, not like man tits. He had like the pecs.
Yeah.
But it was like it was just like a clean runway of a stomach, not a 6-pack, just kind of a stomach that wasn't fat. You know what I mean? And he had big arms. He had big arms.
Did stomach to do body shots off of.
Yeah, exactly. Not like a stripper stomach. No, stripper stomachs have abs. I've always said that. I don't know, strip clubs you go to, real stripper stomachs have abs. Okay.
The good strippers.
The good strippers.
I got a quick wrestling story for you.
Go ahead. Give me a quick wrestling story.
All right. Val Venus.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how that worked.
This
you remember when that debuted? Just side thing. Real quick. Val Venus as a gimmick. Like, how did that debut?
No idea. I thought of this last night. I was talking to somebody and they made a Val Venus reference. I was like, oh, I have a very uncomfortable moment in my life. So I had an above ground pool because I am trash. So I had a pool float and you do like the Macho Man elbow drop.
Yeah, everybody does the
You'd
elbow
hit
drop.
the Val Venus money shot. So Val Venus's finishing move, he'd go on the top turnbuckle and then jump off and just land on you. Nothing crazy, but it was called the money shot. I'm 10 years old. I'm unfamiliar with the term money shot. My mom is like strict Irish Catholic. Doesn't swear, doesn't drink, doesn't smoke.
Are you like religious upbringing or?
No. I was
or just like mom went to church, I kind of went to church.
She didn't even go to like she went to church as like a kid, and then when I was born, it's like all right, you want to go into church? You'll be
Patrick, you must hide your shame, Patrick.
Then she forced me into church, and I was like, this isn't really my thing, but that's like the type like strict, doesn't curse, doesn't swear, doesn't drink, doesn't smoke.
She's really
yeah
for Irish they usually drink at least.
She is funny. She's cool.
That's what it is.
And I remember a 10-year-old, I'd do like the, Macho Man Randy Savage, elbow drop, boom. Val Venus, money shot. And then I was like, Mom, what is a money shot? I asked my mom this when I was 10, because who would know? The look on this lady's face. It's the end of a Broadway play. Oh, cool.
See, this is like the open mic when you loosen up after a few drinks. I love this. Go ahead.
But that was that story somehow resurfaced after years. I'm like, oh my God, I asked my mom what a money shot was. Ugh.
Do you remember when you were a kid? Like, cause you're my age. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I said Piper and Taker, but like really the third, I said 3 only because of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, Stone Cold's in everybody's
I'm comments. Like, I feel like it's almost, you know what I mean? Like you learned how to, you emulated that so much as a kid. You know, it was this, fucking DX, and it was this. That was it. That's how I learned to be a shithead. That's from wrestling in the 90s.
Being 10 and telling people, suck it, not knowing what the fuck
Wasn't it great? I still do it. You ever get drunk and do it still and really get it to people and be like, oh, I still do it.
We should bring that back. Like if you get into it with a guy, like instead of like flipping him off or like, hey, fuck you. Hit him with the suck it sign.
You gotta do how Shawn Michaels did it when he was such a prick about it, though. When he would do this. The original way Shawn Michaels would do it is he would go like to your face and you go. He would like bring the hands and be like, you want, he would just, that's exactly, he would do all the time. It was just suck it. And I mean, if I could be any asshole, if I could trade bodies with any asshole, it'd be Shawn Michaels in 96. Like, I was like, top of the world, gets to do whatever he wants for a year at least. Like,
I would trade it with being Shawn Michaels' wife in 96. We're going to cut that.
This is a good episode. I'm very happy with it. I got this clip I want to show you, though. It's fine. I'm always happy to go off on a wrestling tangent. I assume I'm going to have you back on to drink a couple more beers, so I'm going to have you back on. I need reoccurring guests. And you're like one of 518, I think. All right, so I don't know if you watch America's Got Talent or anything like that, but like
big fan.
AGT. So this is like a new guy. Every time I see the comedians on here, man, I watch it and I'm always looking. I'm like, is this what it like kind of look at like what it like what gets you on this stage? You know what I mean?
This is like new. This is
brand new. This is like last week, I think. Yeah. So this is a dude, but that comes with like a little twist.
Okay.
So like we're gonna play the clip. And just like when the moment stops, I'm gonna pause it and you'll see.
Okay.
So I kind of gave you a little bit before about what it might be, but the way that it happens is pretty funny. So Chris, can you play the clip, please? First of all, look at this fucking guy. Look how fucking pause this, Chris. Look how fucking handsome this dude is.
Ooh.
Yeah, right. But just in a general aspect, I'm like, I feel like comedians in general we have to admit we're mutants. We are.
Yeah.
We're mutants to an extent. Okay, like we're not ugly necessarily. Okay, some of us are. Yeah. But like, I feel like I said, man, if you're gonna attractive, you better be fucking Italian. Like
I can freely admit, good looking fella.
All right, good looking fella.
After a few more of these beers,
you're gonna do that gay stuff again, aren't you? All right, cool.
I want to get booked on another show.
I know, cool. All right, so play it, Chris. Oh, no. All right, pause this right now. You know what's so great about the America's Got Talent? You can already see them. They're putting on the performance and they're like, no, I'm funny. Like, this is my joke. I only cost $50. I'm not like blah, blah, blah. First of all, and like when I watched this originally, like I already knew I'm in for shitty impressions. God damn
Yeah.
it. Because you know, the thing about voice stuff is, and that's why I fuck around with voice stuff, but like I rarely do. The only thing I do is that one Sam Elliott thing on stage because I suck. Because I know it's something that kind of sounds like an impression I heard once.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's really what it is. That's why I don't do, I do Andre the Giant. But my Andre the Giant is just an impersonation of an impersonation. It's just, of course, no baby, get out. You know, it's not, it's an impression of an impression, though.
Yeah.
And plus, nobody knows, I can't go, even my Macho Man, it's just like, what's the Dan Soder joke?
Should we do Macho Man back and forth?
Can you do Macho Man?
I can try. You go.
All right, I'm going to do my Dan Soder impression. I'm going to do my impression of Dan Soder doing Macho Man. Oh, good. The air's back on. What's the joke he does? What's Macho Man like when you get pulled over?
Macho Man, you just got pulled over. What's going on?
No, I mean
here?
you're getting pulled over by Macho Man.
Oh, Officer Macho Man Randy Savage, what did I do wrong?
You over, son? Yeah, you're going too fast. Yeah, 50-mile-an-hour zone. You were going 75, too fast. Hit the moon, right to the stars. Can't be doing that. Residential neighborhoods. Yeah, I fucked up.
No.
But it's an impression of an impression.
That's good.
You know what I mean? It's voice stuff. And that's what I mean. I feel like I watch AGT, and everybody has impressions, and it's like you're good at two impressions, right?
Yeah.
And I'm fine with voices.
As men, we're built in with an Arnold impression, and
An Arnold? Yeah. I know it's very good. I know it's crazy, Yeah, it's bad.
Every
But
guy,
it's just an impression of an impression.
every guy has Arnold and Borat. It's just in us.
I don't think I even have Borat. I mean,
My
you know what
life.
it is? You know what it is? I know I can do Borat, but I
Yeah.
don't consider that a Borat impression. I'm like, yeah, everybody has a Borat. It's the easiest fucking voice to do in the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of like Mark Wahlberg. All right, play this clip. Play it up, Chris. Turn it up, Chris.
What kind of movies do you
Good.
watch, Sophia?
Terry Crews.
Oh, yeah, Terry Crews, hostless.
Who are you looking at over there?
That's my partners at there.
Wait. Partners. Yeah, he's polyamorous. Yeah, he's polyamorous, which is really funny.
Ooh.
Not that, if this works for you, God bless, right? I feel like, I'm sorry, does that make me a shitty dude? If I'm if you can get two chicks to be into you and that's your thing?
I mean, they're both attractive. I've seen the show Sister Wives,
Yeah. Oh, I remember
and the
that
guy
show.
has 4 wives, but it's all all right, I have
Is that,
four.
is that a reality show?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's just all right, I have 4 wives. All right, awesome. It's like having 4 1997 Honda Civics. They're not. None of them are a Mercedes or a Lexus.
Dude, get one more beer for Pat, and he's going to murder the rest of this podcast. You are killing. It's like that's fucked up.
I've seen the wives. I'm like, that one's, kinda. And the other 3, I'm like, they must have good personalities.
These two girls are
They're
both hot.
attractive.
They're both
Yeah,
hot. Yeah, I would definitely say so.
All right.
But he's polyamorous, and that's is that a selling point for a comedian?
I didn't know what that
Are you
term
going to make
meant.
polyamorous jokes? Is that cool? Can we make
I mean, I don't know how relatable.
No,
it would
I
be
mean
to the crowd.
yeah, you're right. How relatable would that be? You're right.
Women be shopping. Both of them. Both my wives.
Yeah, I get to fuck 2 girls.
Yeah.
Do you get to do that? No, you don't relate. 1? Oh, none.
I
All
drink,
right,
I
never
drink
mind.
a lot and I'm on antidepressants. I can barely handle one girl. The other one, I'm like,
Yeah,
all
but
right.
at least you have a super attractive girlfriend. You have a very beautiful girlfriend.
Thank you. The best.
2? Could you do 2? Could you do 2 of that?
I mean, I love.
If you were in a polyamorous, you're I'm Pat Dunn, I'm polyamorous, love is love, fluidity, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Would you be able to handle it?
I mean, I love mine so much I can't do a second one.
See, but
And now
that's
let's
what I
cut it.
mean.
I'll give my real answer.
And you'll find out. You'll find out, Pat, that there was they've only the first. There's been they brought one girl on later. They were on there was a 2-person couple. Mm-hmm. You'll see. So play the clip. Play the clip, Chris. Redhead and blonde. I like the style.
My wife and I have been together for 15 years, and and we met and fell in love with our partner Claire 4 years ago, and we've been living together ever since. We're polyamorous.
Polyamorous.
I want to give you the golden buzzer right now.
Pause this, Chris. So they met. So they were together beforehand.
They're together for 11 years, and then this guy is like has the fucking balls, dude. All right. One of my friends.
Go for it. I love it.
One of my female friends was dating this weirdo. I didn't like the guy, and she's like, he suggested we have a threesome. I was
You
like,
and them?
No. Just like, it's her, and then he is telling her like, oh, I think we should have a threesome, and I was like, that's kind of ballsy for him to say like he wants to sleep with you and another lady. She's like, oh no, he wants to sleep with me and another guy. It's like, oh, he might be closeted, and she's like, oh,
that was his like first request.
Yeah. And then, so she asked me for advice. I was like, I wouldn't do it. She's like, well, I already did it. I was like, then why are you asking me for advice?
How was it like to get DP'd?
She got DP'd.
How was it?
I'm sure she had
That's
fun.
like a question. Like my goal is to interview a porn star in here one day.
But now she's no longer with the guy. She's like married with kids.
Oh,
so
my
I wonder
God.
if like the husband knows.
Sorry, Amy. But like, her name's not Amy.
Sorry, Stacy. No. Sorry, Stacy.
But that's crazy, man. Like, there's I don't know, like threesomes. I don't know. Let me put it this way. I know people that like have like very fluid sex lives, and I'm like, I don't know how the fuck you do it, because I'm like I don't have a problem performing for one girl, but like two, every time I think about it, I'm like, yeah, it'd be great. I'd come in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I think I wouldn't get stage fright. I'd be like overly confident. I'd be overly confident if and these two girls are pretty hot. So like even like that, like if I had a threesome, I feel like I would just come in my own chest, and then just the next 20 minutes would just be them laughing at me, eating each other out, watching me just sad wipe it off in the bathroom, like, this doesn't happen. I'm sorry. And then you know what I do? I'm gonna watch them eat each other out, and I'm gonna jerk off.
I think
it's not a threesome. That's just porn.
I think it's Bobcat who has a joke about that. It's like, I slept with 2 women, so now I woke up the next morning with 2 unsatisfied women. It's like, that's a goodie. I've all been there.
I don't know, man. Like it's tough. Definitely tough. Chris, play the clip. Let's see where we go from here.
It's the dream, Justin.
I didn't even have time for a moment.
Can I just say right now, this dude is absolutely trying to fuck Sofia Vergara.
Who's the other lady there?
Oh, Heidi Klum.
Oh, wow.
Heidi Klum? Yes, you'll do the songs and the jokes.
Kiss from a rose.
There's oh man.
Baby.
It's just a weird, like, what the fuck does Heidi... So, like, here's the thing. I can understand this from an extent as far as judges goes, right? Howie Mandel, comedian, right?
Yeah, funny.
So Howie... Yeah, no, absolutely. I don't shit on Howie.
Bobby's World, great show.
Yeah, dude, I have VHS tapes of Bobby's World still. Yeah, absolutely. And then you've got Simon Cowell, music, I get the Simon Cowell thing. And then you have Heidi Klum, which is a model.
Yeah.
But my argument is anybody going on AGT and just been like, what are you going to do? I'm like, I'm going to model this Dolce & Gabbana dress.
I'm going to be born hot.
Yeah, exactly. And then she's just like, oh my God, so you're born hot like me? All right, well, so should we have to give her the golden buzzer because she's born hot like me? So, you know what I mean? Like, so what is she judging is really what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then there's Sofia Vergara, who's super hot. Like, what's that guy's name? Joe Manganiello, la bingo, la 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 la.
I believe that's his name,
yes. Joe Manganiello or some shit. He was in Magic Mike, which makes sense for a woman that looks like that to bang a dude that looks like that, that plays D&D but has an 8-pack. Yeah, he's like a fucking wolf man.
Wow,
or
that's
the
like
fuck.
a unicorn there.
Yeah, and they're like a sexy couple.
Huh.
Like a sexy couple where you get depressed looking at them for too long.
Okay.
Where you're like, I'll never be that. Like, you just look at it and you're like, oh, if I stare at this picture for too long, I'll kill myself. Like that kind of thing. Like, just them. But like, why is she on the panel is my point. No one's ever gone out at AGT and recited Shakespeare or done like, I'm going to do a scene from Modern Family. I hope you enjoy it, Sophia. Like, you know what I mean? It's always singing. It's always death-defying acts. It's always comedy. And it's always some like weird skill, but it's always like that always goes in the realm of death defying. Like it's always some dude that can like I can chop a cassava melon in half, but I have to hold the samurai sword in my mouth, and it also might cut my head in half for some reason. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
So like it's so weird that the judges for America's Got Talent, because the idea is that they're gonna like, oh no, we've got the gambit, we've got like a model, but nobody's walking the aisle on this show.
I know. We need like whatever show like Roseanne was judging for.
Roseanne should be a judge on this show.
You want Roseanne as a judge. You don't want two supermodels.
You want Andrew Dice Clay and Roseanne on this. That's what you need.
You want some heavy hitters on here.
I think you're a fucking cocksucker of an act. Oh!
Your mother's a... whatever.
Your mother's a... God. Anyway.
All right.
All right, Chris, take us away.
Met me at a comedy show 15 years ago. I told her what the dream was then, which is to be a resident comic in Las Vegas. Good for you.
Do you have a gun? Because that's close to that.
Wow.
Oh, he's crying.
This means a lot to you. Good luck.
All right, let's hear his act. Pause this. Okay.
I hate
She
this.
is the girlfriend. Oh, so the redhead is the girlfriend.
Yes.
That's the
one
girlfriend.
on the right is the...
The one on the right is the first, is wife number one. Like, you can see the redhead really playing this up. Like, they're really playing this up, right? She's really like, no, I came later. She's like, and like the blonde's like, she had like had a talking with her. It's like, listen, you're going to be on TV tonight. I spent fucking 11 years.
Let's smile for 2 hours and then we can go home and
No,
be
I think she's
miserable.
a hard ass to her. I think it's like, you're going to walk like this. You're going to wear the sexy dress because that makes us look good, motherfucker. All right?
It's like in jail. Like this is the...
You point to me. You acknowledge me.
hold the...
She's Roman Reigns up there, man. She's like, you acknowledge me as the wife up there.
You are Jimmy Uso.
Every time she says wife, they're going to cut to us.
Yeah.
And you're going to point to me with those sexy... I'm going to eat you out in the bathroom right after. You do good. I'm going to fucking do that thing with my fingers you love.
But like, I wonder, like with the the poly couple, is it lesbian stuff? Or is it all like the dude?
It's from what so it's not gay. Like it's not like a gay or a lesbian thing. It's a fluid thing from what I understand. From like, and listen, all my LGBTQ A B C D E F G friends, if I'm wrong about this, please feel free to correct me. Like, tell me on the fucking on the comments on YouTube. Be like, okay, it's this, so I can learn, please. But I believe it's like a fluid thing.
Okay.
It's sex is sex kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Got it.
We are in love with the person.
Like
type shit.
I have a friend who is pansexual.
Okay, which is
so that means they're attracted to men, women, trans, gay.
I'll fuck anything in this car right now.
Like I'm attracted to anything you are, despite what you've done.
Sex is, but like, isn't that just like? Forgive me, but isn't that just like an excuse to be like, I'm just a big slut? Like,
I don't. Maybe you would think, but she's been with the same dude for 20 years.
I mean, man slut, woman slut, whatever.
She's all like, "Oh, I'm pansexual. I'm for like all these." I'm like, "You've been dating the same white dude."
So you're looking for connection, basically, is what it is. That's what it's about. The connection.
Yeah, I could say I'm pansexual. Like, I have my girlfriend. You want to blow this guy? No.
But that's not pansexual.
I don't know.
Have you blown a guy before in willingness?
I'm deeply closeted pansexual.
All right. Good for you. But my point being is like, yeah, you're right. Like but there's so many different levels to everything as well. Like pansexual people, but this is like a fluid thing. This is
okay.
But I feel like that's what pansexual is too. I'm in love with the person.
Whatever it is,
I'm looking for a person.
Whatever it is, I support you.
Listen, dude.
We're allies here. Me and
if
Joe.
If you suck dicks, that's cool, man. I don't give a shit. But like,
I might need
to
ride
I do
home,
think
so.
it falls in the realm of pansexual of like, and this is me speculating. But I'm just saying, like, if pansexual is that, I believe that they're in love with the personality, and gender has no real meaning to them. You know what I mean?
I think that's what it is.
I think that's what it is. Gender has no meaning to them. They're looking for a connection. But at the same time, I feel like the people that are actually in love, no, it's about the personality. And I'm like, no, but like, who came first? I don't mean like who came first. I mean like, who's head wife? Who's head husband? Like, if you're a woman and you have a couple husbands, like, there's definitely like, this is husband one. And like, oh, Greg, you came later. Fuck you. You know what I mean? Like,
typical Greg.
Yeah. So I wonder if the relationship that she says is she was like, all right, Claire, we're going to be on TV tonight.
You smile.
Now listen, you smile. and you fucking do the good thing, and I'll do the thing in the bathroom that you really fucking like while he's on stage. Yeah, then we'll listen to it. It's good. We'll do the thing.
I am the anal wife.
Yeah, I am the anal wife. No, she watches her get railed in the ass by him, definitely.
I'm for it.
And she's like sitting there smoking a cigarette, being like, saying something vaguely French, like blah, 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 or something.
S'il vous plaît.
S'il vous plaît.
All right, I wanna,
All right, go. Let's watch his act.
Let's listen to this guy.
It's only a 5-minute clip.
I told you I do a whole bunch of impressions. I do over 200 impressions, but I gotta keep them all in there. I can teach you how to do any of the voices I do professionally. I can teach you how to do Mark Wahlberg. Here's how you do it. Take a Boston accent. Park your car in the Harvard Yard. Elongate the vowels.
Oh, God.
Then spin yourself around in a circle till you're about ready to vomit. And imagine Sophia the bar asks you where to park your car.
Pause it, Chris. Pause it. He wanted 2 laughs on that.
He did.
He goes, no, spin yourself in a circle. This is a well-rehearsed act,
All right,
number one. Go ahead. What do you see so far?
We'll do it all the way through, and
that was. I don't feel bad for it, but he was like, nobody laughed.
We're gonna chime in with an A, B, C, D, E, F.
All right, we'll get to the end of it. Go.
Right,
We'll get to the end of the
go
act.
for it,
Because you
and
know,
we'll-
like the
and
last
we'll
two.
just- we'll
no,
chime
it's only
in.
going to be like 4 minutes because the last 2 minutes is them being like, I don't know. I think you're funny. Do I give you the buzzer?
Do I give you the buzzer?
Seriously? Seriously? You want to be able to park my car? Just park your car in Harvard Yard. Just park your car.
I mean, it's an okay. It's okay.
I'll give him a B.
That's an
Not
okay
bad.
Wahlberg.
Not
No,
bad.
keep playing, Chris.
Yeah,
Keep
Chris,
playing.
let it go through. We're
We're gonna Mr.
hit
Science Theater this shit. That's fair. Does that deserve a standing ovation? Probably not.
First, you have to do Jim Carrey's voice. In order to do Jim Carrey, just imagine yourself as a giant Canadian bird. Okay? Hi there, judges. I have some voices for you.
But that's just.
That Canadian bird down to a sexy whisper, and you have Ryan Reynolds.
That was his Jim Carrey.
Wait.
F. Good.
I have some voices for you.
No. D minus. That's. Pause this real quick.
These are bad, dude.
These are not great.
These are bad.
And I'm not like the man of impression. All right, so your Wahlberg was good. The Wahlberg was good. That was.
I'll give him a B on the
But he
Wahlberg.
led with his best.
Yeah.
So what was after that? That was the.
It was Jim Carrey, but
The Jim Carrey was. But that was an impression of Jim Carrey. That was an impression of Ace Ventura. That's not how Jim Carrey talks.
Did the whole hair thing.
You know what's a great impression? Like, I hate to say it. A great impression is like when you see. You ever watch Inside the Actor Studio at any time?
Oh yeah. What was that guy's name?
Kevin Spacey is a horrible pedophile, but
But a great actor.
but he did. Yeah, I know, right? That's just I'm his Henry is Richard III, man. But he was a really good impersonation, and he actually did it.
Yeah.
He did an impression.
He really is.
He did an impression of Jack Lemmon, but it was like a Jack Lemmon impersonation, you know. And again, I'm prefacing this with Kevin Spacey sucks.
We are
But,
not
like,
a fan of Kevin Spacey's extra.
But goddamn, is Jack Lemmon impersonation good?
His impressions are A+.
They are.
So
He does
good at it.
one of the best Pacino impersonations
Yeah.
I've ever heard, and that's what I mean. Like, if you're gonna do it, find clips of them in like interviews and shit, right? Wouldn't that be the way to go about it?
Yeah.
You know, like if I'm gonna do, like I always said, I can only do a Pacino impersonation one way, and I refuse to do it any other way. I don't do the.
What do you got?
No, I do young Pacino, and I don't know how to put this in my
Like
act.
Dog Day Afternoon.
Yes, that's the exact movie. You know the part in the movie where he asks, "What country do you want to go to?" Mm-hmm. Hey, what country do you want to go to? Wyoming? That's not really a country. I'll handle it.
That's good.
I like.
That's very
but
good.
That's a challenge. You know, it's not great. That's not great. It's not an amazing impression, but it's to me that's like I'm trying something different because everybody does the. Let me tell you something right now. Oh, she's got a great ass, and she's got your head. I'm not even doing an impersonation. It's bullshit, and that's what kind of this guy is doing. Like the Wahlberg is great because anybody can go, "Hey, what? No,
You want a pocky car?
you want to park your car and
do
have a
some
yard?
generic Boston
Huh?
accent?
But really, like Mark Wahlberg, you can just do if you just sound really confused and you're just like, no, what?
Andy
no.
Samberg, pretty good one.
Yeah, exactly. But it's different.
Say hello to your mother.
But
for me.
everybody's doing an impersonation of Andy Samberg doing.
Yes.
No, say hello to your mother. I can do that.
That's good.
But it's not an impersonation of Mark Wahlberg, is what I'm saying. Play the clip.
Okay, here's how to do Seth Rogen's voice. Yeah.
I get accused of this all the time.
Now imagine Santa Claus eats a different kind of cookie.
Bombed.
Yep.
This is a crazy job. I just lay down chimneys and I deliver packages to kids and eat their cookies.
The laugh is crap.
F.
The laugh is crap. Pause it. All right, so we're gonna go. That's it. That's his best. So he led with his best. He ended with his best.
Not a fan. All right. Sorry.
I don't like it. Right?
Not
Aren't
good.
these guys? This is a dude on. You know what's gonna happen right now? I've only watched the act of this. I don't know how he gets through because I get mad by the end, and I'm like, I am writing fucking jokes at 3 a.m, being like, no, this is deep, and then this guy goes up there
This
and does.
dick joke is gonna work.
But like it's just a bad impression. It's not bad. It's mediocre.
Yeah.
It's mediocre. It's not anything I can't see on the streets of New York at 2 p.m. on a Wednesday with some homeless guy with a fucking megaphone.
Does he do a Christopher Walken?
No, this is it. That's the end of his act.
That's
They're
it.
gonna give him the rating.
That was
now.
it. Jesus Christ.
That's my point, dude.
Not good.
Oh God, you know what's gonna happen, right? He's gonna get to round 2 and he's not gonna get through. If he gets to round 2.
Well,
Let's see what the.
if he brings enough people, he might. Pat Dunn looks at the camera.
Chris, let's see if he passes through. Wait, rewind. I'm sorry. Did he do another impression? I've only watched up.
An Irish ship captain.
No, rewind.
Voice.
Like mid. Leave it.
This is a crazy job. I just lay down chimneys and I deliver packages.
See, his talking is not bad, but the laugh is crap. It's mediocre.
Ford's voice. Stick around on my plane.
That doesn't sound like Harrison Ford.
And make that guy an Irish ship captain. You've got Liam Neeson. I don't know where we are.
Oh, it makes me mad that people are laughing at this.
I just hope I don't get taken. That's my time.
Oh my God, that was so bad.
Oh, fuck you. Pause this. What's your thoughts, Pat?
Why did you make me watch that?
Because I knew that you have something to say about
I
it.
thought it would be remotely clever or funny.
No, I'm not going to show you something good on America's Got Talent. I mean, there's very few comedians that I think are amazing on it. You know was a good one to do with the weird arms. He had weird arms. He was funny.
I'm going to say like a Pablo Francisco. Amazing impressionist. Justin Rupel. Dog shit. Justin Rupel, if you want to at me, I have no problem telling you.
But you know, like he's definitely
He has 1.1.
I bet you $1 million to give him the golden buzzer. I bet you it's
God,
going to be
that
like,
was-
you're so good at this. And then Howie's going to be.
That was a very good Howie Mandel impression.
No, not Howie. I meant Sophia.
I know.
Anyway.
I was trying to think of Simon Cowell, but I couldn't get it.
It's just a pissed off British guy. But like, that's my point. He's doing such a base impression. It's so base. You know what I mean? Like it's not, it's mid. It's fucking mid. I'm calling out MJF and saying mid right now.
Love it.
Thank you. Let's see what happens, Chris. Let's see. Let's go to, they're going to cut to his, pause
They're
this.
there.
Look at him.
And he's
he's
crying.
Oh, man. You know what he's going to do after this? He's going to try to get fucking Sofia Vergara into a fucking 5-4-way with him after this.
A crop.
You made all those weird sounds before. I was wondering if you'd like to meet my partners. They were talking about this in the fucking bonfire on Sirius XM, and they said something. Dan Soder was like, oh, yeah, when we fell in love. I remember when we fell in love, when you were on that fucking vacation in fucking Cabo.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you came back with a friend. Like, but that's what it is. Like, it's, but I'm polyamorous. Which, it's weird, because from a comedic standpoint, right? If you lead with that, how do you not talk about that?
You have to bring it
How
up.
do you not talk about the fact that you fuck 2 women on a regular basis? There's no like.
And look at his fingers; those are plump. Those are lucky ladies.
Oh man, he probably plays double puppet with these women. He's probably got. He's doing this. Thick Italian sausage fingers.
Hey, Jesus, some lucky broads.
I hope I don't have to get bleeped out for talking about fingering two, I don't know, relatively hot women, like hot girls too. Like, again, I'm only saying this because I've never fucked two women I've always wanted to, and I'm never going to, and that's fine. And I just hate him, but he's also not very funny. So there's also, I have that going for it. You know what's going to happen, right? Like, play it. See if he gets in the next round, Chris.
I'm going to throw my beer at the TV.
Oh, they're playing music over it? Yeah, see what they're doing right now. Look.
Why is he crying?
No. Rewind. I want to hear what Howie has to say. Who I legit think Howie's funny.
Yeah, he's a good comic.
Rewind a little bit. Make sure the music isn't playing so we don't get sued.
Yeah, if I bombed on this podcast, I was just going to sing a Disney song.
The two places I lack with impressionists is, number one, not knowing who they're doing, and number two, not having material.
But he has no material.
I thought it was really unique.
Damn it, Howie.
It's not unique. Pause this. Fuck you, Howie.
I hope you get germs today. He doesn't like germs.
I don't want him to die. But
No,
like,
I don't want
his glasses
I don't want
to
him
break.
to die or be sick. I want his day to be inconvenienced.
Yeah, I want his glasses to break, and he has to go bug Ozzy Osbourne's wife for him.
I do kind of like those glasses.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. He's kind of he's like, I just dress cool now.
Yeah.
I listen to his podcast, but like, fuck you,
Dude,
Howie.
he invented
Fuck you for
the fist bump.
Yeah, did he?
Yeah, because he's like a germaphobe. Won't shake hands.
Yeah, I know, big deal. But like, this.
You're the comedy guy, and you're giving this guy a pass.
See, that's my point. You gave him a pass.
I've seen better shit at
Tell me that
round
shit.
two.
I'll give you that. The Mark Wahlberg was fine.
Yeah, that was good. And then
you presumably you should have ended with the Rogan. It was better than the Liam.
Yeah.
The Harrison Ford sounded nothing like Harrison Ford.
Not even remotely close.
All right, play it out. Let's see. Let's see what happens. I have the hiccups.
Really funny and really interesting, and I haven't seen that done before. We love you.
You just blew it out of the water, and I love everything about you. You are a star already.
I think you're the funniest comedian of all time. My name is Heidi Klum.
What did you do to Seal? You devil woman.
You created your own little story, and I really enjoyed it.
Can you pause this? Everything that they're saying just sounds like if you had to give an oral presentation in school, and then you had a vague idea of like you watched the movie about Gettysburg, but you didn't read the book or whatever the fuck. So you're like, yeah, it was General Longstreet, and like, no, you did that's what you just did. No, you like went up there and had like a whole thing where you were like, oh my god.
I like the movie Glory.
Yeah.
And then talk about this.
You're like Denzel Washington in the book. That's what she just did. That's what they just did. They were like, no, so like it was really funny. Even Howie Mandel, but fuck you, Howie. But like
Howie
just
let me
was
down.
like, oh no, I didn't. He says such base like what you would say to like a dude that went to his first mic and went up to a guy that's been doing it 10 years that happens to be there and be like, what'd you like? And you didn't want to hurt his feelings.
The first time I did comedy, January 2020, I got what this guy's about to get. Like, dude, for your first time, that was great.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you should keep going.
But, like, here's the thing. If I saw this at a mic, I'd be like, yo, work on it. And I'd flat out tell him, like, your Harrison Ford sounds like a grizzled, anybody's
Dog shit.
uncle. So, like, let's see. Go. Let's see the thing. Go, Chris.
Why are you crying?
Everything everyone said, and I think your story, Justin, is kind of like
Oh, my God.
sort of what this show is.
Can we look at comments on this video?
I don't I don't know.
Be talented for whatever reason hasn't had.
They're making... Go back. Go back. The wives are making the same pose. I mean, they're hot. I bet they're... do you think they fuck good? Yeah, look. Oh, my God. You saw it. I
No.
want that picture.
They don't fuck good with that technique.
I don't know. I feel like there's an initiation process where she has to do like the first 2 years she only gets to sit on her like the main wife.
You
is
only
like,
get hand
it's
stuff.
like, all right, so he only gets to fuck you missionary and I have to sit on your face. That's our threesome. You have to earn respect in this relationship, Claire. My name's Heather for a reason. You know what I mean? Like she just lays down the law. She's just
You
like
put some respect on my name.
like, listen, in this house we fuck, and we fuck hard. Are you ready for that, Claire? You ready for that?
Does he do impressions while he has sex with them?
Oh, that's probably the worst, right?
What's it, Jim Carrey?
She's probably just getting, like, Heather's just getting fucking, it's just a bored Tuesday night. We're like, you know, fucking Claire's like out for the night. And like, I guess we're just having sex, just the two of us. And he's just like, oh, righty then. And he goes, oh, fuck me running. Really? We're going to do this tonight? You're working on new jokes? Fuck me from behind tonight.
This is his open mic where he bangs the one wife without the other wife there.
Yeah, they're only into fucking doggy style sex when he's working on material, though. So she doesn't have to look at his face.
I'm trying Robin Williams, but not like Jumanji. I'm trying Flubber Ryan Williams.
That's it. That's every fucking Robin Williams impersonation. Fucking go. Let's see the end of this bullshit.
Then, as an opportunity like this, you know, to reach a wider audience.
Right. And so he hates comedy too.
Come on.
Yes. Okay.
This Simon. Fucking say no. Say no. No, you should have said no. Dude, he's getting fucked hard tonight though, right? Like, right?
It's very upsetting.
Dude, that dude's gonna get banged blind. Because you know they were watching and be like, oh my God, you made it. And he's like, let's go back to the fucking hotel. They're going to get drunk and he's going to fuck the shit out of them. Or they're going to fuck him. They're going to like Amazon. They're going to like roll his leg back and like fuck tall. His dick. They are so fucking hot for, God damn it.
They're putting
fuck
his legs behind his
people.
ears.
God damn it. They seem happier than me. Oh, all right. We got to end on that clip. Dude, that was great. It's the end of our show. We did 90 minutes, man. I think you're coming in on the champion of longest episode.
Did it.
Dude, I had a lot of fun. Did you have fun?
I had fun. This was great.
This is great, man. I got to have you back on.
Just two buds talking. It went fucking smooth.
Sorry if I cut you off. I'm learning.
It's fine. You were good.
But I had a lot of fucking fun tonight, man. You have some plugs you want to do for your shows?
Yeah, let me do some pluggies.
Go ahead, do your pluggies.
I got Tuesday, Crabtree in Huntington. That's July 5th. July 13th, I will be at the Brokerage on the Long Island Laugh Off.
Oh, you're on that.
I didn't do it last year. I'm doing it this year.
Good for you, dude.
And then
come out and support Pat Dunn. He's very funny, man. Come out and support him.
I do what I can. And I produce my own shows every month. Vintage in Wantagh, July 15th. It's on a Friday. Joe was on there last month. He was great. So come on out, give some support.
There's people.
Love you guys.
Come out and support Pat Dunn, all of his stuff. If you look at any show he produces, man, he's got a lot of funny people on it. Check it out, man. My next show is July 8th at the Giggle Room with Terry McNeely. Please come down, dude. We've got some reservations. We've got a couple seats left. It's going to be a very good show. Come on down. And then July 9th, I'm going to be at Farrell's. If you've never seen George Gallo headline, go see it. He's a monster. Go check him out. He's going to be a great night. Farrell's in Ronkonkoma. It's right next to the train station, which sounds a lot trashier than I want it to be.
I bet.
And then I'll be in Milford, Connecticut after that. Milford, Pennsylvania with Fat J, Joe Crivello, and Dan LaRocchia, who we love here. Guys that are definitely destined for great shit.
All three of them fucking killers. Dan is the best. Fat J is awesome. Joe is fucking great. All three great guys.
And Billy Geyer's going to be there too. We're all going to be there. Yeah. Billy Geyer's a unicorn of the comedy universe.
So I'll say it here at the very end because I don't want people to be offended. Billy Geyer is my favorite Long Island comic.
He is my favorite too. He's one of my favorites. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he makes me cry. Like,
yeah.
I the last two times I saw him, I fucking cried.
Billy gets so much love on the show. He's one of my best friends in comedy. You're talking about before about how the people you meet. Billy was one of those guys that I met, and I just became best friends with him. I'm like, dude, I'm so happy. Such
a cool dude outside of the comedy thing.
Yeah.
And him on stage, a fucking monster, bro.
Monster, dude. Yeah. Absolute.
So one day I hope to be his level.
Yeah, me too, dude. That was it. And then September 24th, I'm going to be at the Castle in Delaware with fucking Terry McNeely, Fat J, and Billy Geyer, Uncle Terry, and the Funky Bunch, man. So, and I'm sure as shows go on, you'll hear more. This summer just sucks for comedy. So, my guest, Pat Dunn. Dude, thank you so much for being on.
Really.
Guys, appreciate you, Pat. Thank you, guys. If you're watching this, like, share, and subscribe this. I beg you, please. We're doing really good. Let's get some more subscribers. I'm doing more stuff. I got some cool stuff planned for the future. So keep fucking like, share, subscribe, comment on the videos and all that stuff. Let your voices be known. Unless you have racist shit to say, so then shut the fuck up. But like, if you just, let your voices be known, man. If you think Pat's got a weird beard, let it be known. All right? If you want him to shave, let's do it on the show. Whatever the fuck. My name is Joe Winchell. This is my guest, Pat Dunn. My name... I already said it. Fuck.
That's Joe
I am the
Winchell.
Millennial Stoner. I am the Millennial Stoner. This was a great episode. I hope you enjoy hearing it. We'll see you guys next week. Theme song, go. Woo! I do that every time. Do this? We do the dance. No, we got to do this. See how long you keep this up for. All right, fuck it.
I fucking hated this guy. Hated it.
It was bad, right? That's why I wanted to put him on.
Fucking awful.
But that guy, he's going to get through.
Next week, Justin Ripple.